What's up and welcome back to Tabletop Nights. You've got Greg with a mega unboxing of Reichbusters from Mythic Games. I've been really looking forward to seeing this one. There's 4 big boxes and heaps of other little bits and pieces, so I'm really looking forward to it. The hat's because we can't have a haircut because it's coronavirus time. And I want to look a bit like the discerning gamer, who's very dignified. Really looking forward to this one. Before I open this massive box here, I want to get out the neoprene mat so we can lay that down as our surface to have a look at. Reichbusters achieved about 1.5 million Aussie dollars. So that's about, let's say 900,000 US. 6,500 backers. So probably not as many as I thought there would be for this theme and this quality of miniatures. And as far as I know, all you guys out there like dice chuckers, so I thought this one might have done a bit better, but let's take a look anyway, hey? Oh, that box is so huge. Okay, here's the neoprene mat. It looks ginormous. Let's have a look here. Oh my goodness, it's too big. It's even too big for this video, so apologies everyone. That is absolutely humongous. I hope you've all got plenty of time set aside to watch this one, because I think it's going to be a long video. That's got to be one of the biggest game specific playmats I've seen. I'm sure there's others that have terrain and things like that, but that is outrageous. And the print is really nice. I like sort of this war-torn image here, which I have upside down for some reason, but that's okay. And these different card places over here, really nice looking. Very happy with that. I'm just going to pop the old iPad back over there. Let's have a look in this massive box here. So on the back there isn't the old picture of the components, etc. I will forgive Mythic Games for that one because, well, quite frankly, I've been dying to see this game. Read more about the campaign. I'll just open up the iPad so if we need to refer to specifics we can. Let's start chucking rubbish. I do like the artwork. It's just my kind of thing. So this is a co-op, 1 to 4 players, 90 to 120 minutes of Weird War 2, they call it there. Let's have a look. This box is very heavy. Despite our local postal service trying to smash the outside box, the inside seems to have fared reasonably well. There's a slight press on this end. All right, let's have a look at the rulebook. Rules and a mission book. All right, rulebook first. We have a glorious 32 pages. It's got sort of that, they've done that World War II feel with the text and the colouring. Descriptions of the basics, keywords and skills. Doesn't look like the rules are overly long and laborious, so I like that. I must admit, I do like a game that's just a dice chucker, where you can have fun with your mates, or on your own, and there's not too much accounting, and it's not overly complicated. You just want to get in there and have fun. Quite frankly, I don't like the really ultra complex war games, and this I don't think is one of them. Okay, so that doesn't look too bad. Again, the artwork is great. Look at this guy all stitched up here. So a quick squizzy over here. Very good. All the different minis and bits and pieces there. So that looks good. All right. Now we can go to the mission book. Hope you're all faring well out there. It is definitely a trying time for everyone. Completing a mission, setting up the hero, setting up a raid mission. Campaign difficulty, so 0 to 3, that's good. Nice. Okay. Heaps of missions there. A land down under. All right. I'm not sure that's an Australian reference, but I'll take it. I have got all the extra little bits and bobs here. I've got a dice tray. I've got all sorts of things. So here's the lovely dice. They're really nice. They're I don't think these are even special dice. They're just the normal ones that come with the game. That red is a really nice translucent. It's like crystal clear. That red. So not one of those sort of semi-opaque jobs. Let's see if they work. Oh, they work. And this mat is absolutely sensational. I cannot wait. I think even all the games we were thinking of playing on Tabletop Simulator might just have to go on pause for a little bit while I learn this game just for myself. Let us know if you'd like to see a single player playthrough. I might try and manage that. There's the other dice. Yeah, they look like little parachutes. Maybe they are. Oh no, they're probably bullets. Very, very nice indeed. Okay. This could be a very long video. Oh. Cards. All right. Gisela Gruber. Must be the sister of Hans Gruber from Die Hard. Mr. McLean. Rest in peace, Alan Rickman. Oh. Right. I didn't want to have to edit this video too much, but I might have to with the trouble I'm having opening these decks. So these obviously fit quite nicely in these little spots over here. Look at that. Beautiful. So that says it's part of campaign mission 4. I don't know what all these cards are. The Vril pans, I can't wait to see that one. Couple for that. Again, the artwork on here is really nice. I'll just so you don't want shine there. There you go. Have a look at a few more. Cool. They're the team cards. We've got raids, maps, missions. Excellent hero turn. So some player aid cards there. Let's have a look at the other side. Skill tests. I do like a game with some skill tests. Land Down Under. Team Harrier, Vulture, Falcon, Kestrel. Holmes Officer. Zombie art. Germans and Zombies. Dog. Experiment 6XX. Cool. They are fabulous. One lot of cards. What do we got here? Hey, Sarge! Again. brick. Okay, so they've got the individual cards associated with each character. Let's have a look at Claudine over here. Angel of Death. She's a lady. And an Angel of Death. Tactical. Good, I like the iconography. The text is nice and clear. These are... There's no linen finish on the cards. I don't know if this one came with sleeves or not. I'll have to look in my other packages. Red Hawk. Awesome. Great. Heap of cards in there. What's next? Looks like some terrainy bits and pieces. Dog cage. Oh, lots of cover, secret passage, munitions. The Vril Forge. Okay. So on the back of these we have scientist deaths. So obviously you can, I'd say you can discover different items. These will be placed around the map. Covered corpses. So Dead Man's Boots. Vril containers. What's in there? Resupply. Cages. Church altar. Covered objects. So there's good. There's some variety there where you'll find different things in different places. Excellent. And the last lot of cards, so far, that is. There is a lot of content, so again, I won't go too deep into all of the everything that's all the card faces, etc. Because there's literally, I don't know, 6 boxes and books and all sorts of things. So I don't want to keep you going too long. Although this might be the one video that helps you get through the whole coronavirus. So we'll see how we go. What are these cards? Looks like some wound cards there of some sort. On the back, yeah, hit in the gut, in the neck, glancing hit, bleeding arm, sprained wrist. So that's what they look like from the back. Excellent. Then we've got some spawn cards here. Where do they go to? Okay, so this is a bit, feels a bit zombie-side, so when different things spawn, it's a bit of a random look there. Shows you who's coming on and the locations they go to, which is good. I like that random element. Really important, particularly when you're playing a solo game. You don't want to know where everything's going to happen. Nothing worse. Right, what else do we have? We've got some grey alarm cards. And some red alarm cards. Snafu, of course, we all know that stands for Sensitive New Age. Thank you very much. Noise carries, etc. That's what the grey ones look like. So I think they're kind of, they're probably around that red small card size, you know, the red FFG size. They're not the tiny little ones, I don't think. And here's some red alarms there. That's what the back of that one looks like. behind you. Look behind you. Excellent. Oh my word, I'm really looking forward to playing this game. Right. Some plastic in here. Let's go core box 1 out of 1 first. Ooh. Oh, there's none of that annoying sticky tape holding everything together. Player trays are quite nice. They're fairly chunky, and they've given it a bit of a rough finish. Not everything's like perfectly smooth there. That's quite good. I like that. So there's 4 of those in the core box. Stacked nicely. Now we've got some of our little heroes here. Let's have a look at them. Johnny Boy. No, I have no idea what the heroes' names are, but the bases look like they're nice and flat. And those weird warping things. Oh, that's it. That is a great model, that one. And nothing looks like it's bent or broken at this stage. Breck and Sarge and everyone else. It's all really good. Nice detail on the base here. So if you want to paint them up, they'll look pretty schmick. Sort of a wooden floorboard one and a stone one here, and just concrete. Obviously, the grey is always baddies in games, as you know. Excellent. Oh, what a great sculpt. This guy in his little sort of crawly chair, looks like. So, come on, get in there. That is sensational. Really good. I like that. And of course, then, when you least expect it, the big Vril Panzer pops up. Now, I know, I remember when Az was at the company, he was talking about how these were made in multiple pieces to really get the detail. So then they're fully constructed in the factory after that. But that's a pretty funky looking model. Look, you have to paint that one. Look at all the gun belt here, feeding into the big Gatling type thing. Nice shield. That is sensational. I don't know how I'm going to get all these back in, but we'll give it a go in a minute. So that's all one big tray there. See, straight away I can't fit them in. There you go. I won't do them all now. I won't make you watch all of that, because that would be very tedious. But I probably should have had a look at where I took them from. Never mind. This video might be in 7 parts by the time I get everything out. Alright, this is core box. So this is 1 out of 1. And so this is 1, 1, and this is 1, 2. Okay, alright. I'm not going to take all these out because it might be very difficult to put them all back in. I'll just pick out the odd one for you. This guy looks pretty funky. Again, nice shield there. Multiple pieces. You can see, I think these have been glued together. Yep, the arm's definitely been added later. Go a bit wider there for you. Excellent. This spiky dude's pretty incredible. Isn't that coming over you as you're trying to poke him with your flamethrower? That one there comes in. Let's zoom right in on one of those. Let's have a look. Heaps of detail. Very nice indeed. Here's another one here. So I do sort of like the riveting in the plates, metal plates there. They're all good. Some more sort of evil science-y dudes in there as well. But again, I won't get them all out because we'll never get through the video. I just want to keep some of the trays slightly limited. Alright, more here. Sort of little, sort of a bit of a bear, wild boar type critter. Nice minis, good quality, good standard. They're not like the ultra detailed, but they are detailed enough that you'll enjoy painting them, enjoy playing with them. I've seen finer, but there is a lot of detail, right? This guy with his, looks a bit like that Vasquez in Alien. Let's rock! Hey Vasquez, you ever been mistaken for a man? No, have you? Sorry, I apologise for my terrible impersonations. Some pooches here. Little attack dogs there. Of course, the German Shepherds. What else? Don't have many fox terriers in this one here. There's a German with a pistol. Very good. So there are heaps of minis there, enough to keep me going for quite a few days. Alright. Oops. Alright, now for the cardboard bits. There is quite a bit of cardboard in here. I do love that lighting effect on there. The big carpets there. You can imagine the big pennants hanging down just over here. They've got their own version of, I guess, what a swastika might look like. They're sort of standard thickness, sort of your Zombicide tile or other games of that nature. No sign of warping during shipping, which is nice. Lots of little tokens. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. 14 punch boards there. That's bordering on excessive. All right. Let's have a look at them all. Again, the lighting effects on these are really nice, and I quite like those muted tones, the realistic look. Very nice. Bit of an altar there by the looks of it. Of some sort. There's a key there and a bloody handprint. Little theatre here. We can put on some shows. That's nice. Hello, my baby. Hello, my darling. Excellent. Bit of a lounge there, another hallway, a long room. Lots of cloth strewn about the place. The lighting on there is really good. Quite atmospheric. Ausgang. Not Eingang, Ausgang. There are heaps of tiles here. So some of these maps are going to be quite big. I think you can move around fairly frequently and easily in this game. Just seeing Eingang reminds me of when I first got to Essen last year, and I was so excited to get inside. Excellent. So these are the door tokens. I've actually got the terrain expansion, so I'll show you actual plasticky doors with the amazing sliding door insert that comes with them. Wow, I'll be punching tokens all night, I think. That's a crazy amount of cardboard. Now, I don't know, like some games, you know, when you punch the cardboard and then you end up with, you can't actually store everything because you need like 400 little baggies. So I'm hoping we don't have that problem with this game. I just need to pack it up a little bit so I have room to actually show you other bits and pieces. Because I don't really want to get the boxes mixed up. That could be horrendous. Sorry, Mythic, for the messy show I'm doing. I'm enjoying Leo's little live chats. They're good fun as well. Love that French accent. And Sam Healy's doing a good job too in his new gig, teaching us all about new stuff coming out of the Mythic playbook. Before I open another big box, I might have a look at some of the smaller bits and pieces. So there was the extra dice. As you know, I always like to get the extra dice whenever I buy a game. So they're identical to the ones we saw earlier. Here's a Sally pin. I'll take it out of the bag so it's easier to see. Sally was one of the, again, Kickstarter exclusives. Mythic did have a lot of exclusive stuff in this one and others. So, oh, that's very shiny, sorry. There you go. Little enamel pin. It's quite funky. Let's have a look at Sally herself. There she is. Come on, Sally. There's Sally with a nub of a cigar in her mouth there, because she's a tough hombre. Well, whatever the female version is. Pardon my ignorance. There's her own little deck of cards. Oh. Okay, one's just the French version and one's the English version. There we go. So that's Sally. What's next? Everyone loves a little dice tray. And there's a lot of dice rolling in Reichbusters, so doesn't have assembly instructions, but I think I can manage. Again, I really like that dark sort of metallic look there. Let's do another test. Ready, kids? Woohoo! Beautiful. That's very high sides on that thing. The dice almost disappear. That's okay. It is. It's very high quality. It's all stitched around the edges, and it matches the big play mat just beautifully. What's next? Let's have a look at the doors here before we get into the other big boxes. So I'll just show, I think there's two different types of doors. What have we got? No, 1, 2. I tell a lie, there's 4 different types of doors. That is just crazy town. Alright, let's slice this one. So, closed door, open door. Closed door, open door. How good is that? Like, don't you just want that on your table now? That's pretty good. I do like that. one of those doors. Here's another one. Look at, just looks like a big submarine door or something. Swings open. Awesome. They are some of the most stylish 3D doors I think I've ever seen. They're quite thick. You can see that's, as thick as my finger. And again, made of multiple pieces. They've got the little lights across the top there. That's 2 types. I'm glad they went the extra mile with the detail. There's a 3rd type. It's the sort of door you might see on a container of some sort. Again, very good. And another one. That's almost the door you'd have at home. There's a little peephole there. Very nice. And they swing open either way, so easy for anyone on the table to actually just attend to the door keeping. I'm so impressed with those. There's about 8 years worth of painting there though, unfortunately. Right. More stuff. What's next? I'm just going to have a brief look at the art book. And look, I don't normally get things like the art book unless it's something that I really enjoy the artwork for. And I definitely enjoy this one. Very moody, very atmospheric. Guillaume Polnupi. Sounds Italian. Is that Italian? Apologise if I had that wrong. I have been known to get things wrong. So there's a good 96 pages of artwork there. Okay, so different people have done the artwork. There's some painting guides here, or some showing how things have been done by others. The Vril pans is fantastic. Okay, look, I do like that. I will be painting some things. I don't know if I'll do it to that level though. So a number of artists in there. So this is one book that I would actually encourage people to get if they can, because it's very pretty. And I do like that stylized, it's not German, is it? I don't know. Germans are very nice people, so I don't want to go on about it too much. That is great. Awesome, beautiful book. That can go on the coffee table for all our guests who aren't coming over to visit at the moment because of the social distancing. Never mind. All right, let's have a look at the Mythic Games Army Painter set. See, I told you I got everything. So this actually comes with another exclusive miniature. So that's so there's what there? There's 12 different little pots of paint. I'm pretty sure there's not enough paint in here to paint everything that's in all these boxes. That cannot be possible. I'd need like at least 4 of these kits, I reckon. $12 war paints, 1 free base coating brush, and 1 exclusive miniature. And how to paint Red Hawk. Okay, so we've already got Red Hawk in the other one, so this is just an alternate sculpt. There she is. Excellent. So that's good. Nice little guide there. And look, these aren't going to be like the high res resin paint jobs, but that's very serviceable, no doubt about that. So that's a nice little brush. Mine's slightly bent on the bevel there, but that's okay. I've got a heap of brushes anyway. Nice paints. Made in Denmark. And there's room there for a few extra colours as well. So, very good. That'll do. I can't remember how much that cost, but I thought I didn't want to miss out on the exclusive figure. That's the only reason I actually bought it. I am a bit of a collector, so it's very difficult to ignore those extra bits and pieces. Right, so we now have 3 more boxes. We've got Not of This Earth, Project X, and Cargo Hold. Let's try Not of This Earth. Again, nice artwork. Nothing on the back that's any different. Right. Not of This Earth. Oh, one big cardboard thing. Rules. We have 20 pages of rules. So we've got portals in there now. A few more missions, which is nice. Portal combat. Haha. See what they did there? Okay. Oh, there's a Shrieker, Hugo Handa, and a Vril cannon team. Not bad. I'm saving the plastic to last on this one. So these are definitely smaller tiles than the other set. So it looks like they don't merge at all with the other set, so it just uses these tiles independently. Interesting concept. Sorry kids, I'm running out of room here, and I've got a massive table, so again, they've really done well with the lighting and the atmospherics on here. There's sort of a H.R. Geiger type feel about some of these things. You can just see some of the detail there. I'll go a bit closer for you. You can sort of see those shadowy little elements. So there's, how many in here? 7 of these tile sheets. Okay. So they seem to have walls and things that maybe direct you around the place. So I'm assuming these are sort of some divisions of some sort. So you can't just go wherever you like. Again, they don't have Eingangs here. They have entrances and exits. Ausgangs and Eingangs. Very nice. I'm not going to punch any of those out because I don't have any room left on the table whatsoever. Une règle. They can go in there. All right. Two more big pads of cards there, representing the different creatures, the maps. I don't know if there's more player aids in there. There's some more. What are these ones? Okay, they've got the English and French versions on both of these. Quick move. Okay, so I think these are some. I will open this little one because it might be some little spawn cards or something. Slightly different because it's obviously a different box type. We have. So there's the artwork on the back. Discard 2 cards or add 2 to your total. What's that noise? Get down. So it looks like these are almost like mini event type cards, things that will impact what happens on your turn. But I could be lying. If you can hear some heavy painting in the background, that's my dog. It's not anything else going on. It's a bit warm at the moment. Right. Okay, now. Some pretty good stuff here. We've got like a little egg dude there. Let's go in a bit tighter on him. So a little sort of caterpillar-y wormy dude there. Again, the bases are all good. They're all fully detailed, which is nice. So they're the two that are in that top tray. And now down here we've got much bigger dudes. These seems to be sort of drilling doodads. This guy's is it's a little bit limp there, so that one I will have to fix up. A bit of hot water or something. Check out this crazy mofo. Look at him. Nice detail. All these different claw things that sort of spirals around up his back. That would be slightly terrifying. Slightly. This big guy, bit of a Herman Munster looking type. So see how he's got his little arms here holding the gun, and he's got this big stuff sprouting out of his shoulders there. That's creepy. Not sure what these guys, these look kind of headless. Bucket heads. Look at that cannon guy there. That's impressive. Imagine being the guy that has to carry the gun and the little guy has to carry the ammo. These are great. Very original looking. I do love the setting that they've put these in. Really good. This bit looks a bit Stargate. Bit of a portal. I assume that's a portal. You can jump in that and do all sorts of weird things. But look at the detail again. With the little computer box attached to it there. And everything just looks like it's of the period. You know, it's sort of tech, mechanics, analog stuff, but it's still got these crazy weird contraptions. So really good. Oh man. They've made this just fitting. This looks a bit like Alien 3 guy here. Got the tails, big slamming claws, big split head. I do love the pieces in this game. I said before maybe they weren't as fine, but they're definitely detailed. You know, they don't have tiny little pieces that are going to snap off. They're just right. Excellent. And then one more massive dude. don't want to meet him when you're out grabbing your toilet roll and hand sanitizer. I tell you, he is massive. Massive. All that armour plating. They've actually trimmed off most of the spill from the sprues and things there, so most of it's pretty clean. Doesn't need much of a trim up. They've actually taken some care when they've put these together. So, good on you, Mythic. Thanks for that. They are a lot of fun. And I'll never fit them back in. So that's not of this Earth expansion. So that's another heap more content, and it looks like it's a completely different set of game tiles. So I assume you still need your heroes and characters from the core set for that. Sorry, if I don't put this away, we'll never see anything else ever again. There we go. Wow. And a bit like Joan of Arc, I feel like I've been overloaded with Mythic boxes. Projekt X. This one's a fair bit lighter, so I'm not sure what's in here at all. I'm sure all the people who have followed the campaign closely will know exactly what's in here. Unfortunately, I'm not one of them. But I knew I wanted this game, so what can I say? Kind of a bit of the Thing type character there, sticking his head out of that machine. Alright, there's another beautiful tile. Again, moody, really nice artwork. Projekt X rules. Situation Extreme. Right. So I'm just avoiding the French version at the moment. So there's another double-sided leaflet on wounding Projekt X, whatever he looks like. We'll see in a minute. A couple of maps. Level 10. More cards, more doors or dividers. You can see there's a lot of empty space in here, but I dare say I'll be able to combine a few boxes into a couple here. This one is taped, so bear with me for a moment. All right. This is the biggest critter I've ever seen. You know, something that isn't a dragon. It makes a nice change to see something so huge. There he is. He doesn't even fit on the camera. Look. Right. So that's my fist. He's bigger than that. So that is massive. You can see all the detail on the back there. I like the combination of organic and metallic in the one thing there. So the good thing is you just put a door there and he won't get through. So easy. Probably just smash it out of the way. But that weighs an absolute ton. That is like solid plastic in there. Very nice model. I can't wait to see you guys paint some of those up. That's really good, and you can see all sort of the moaning and groaning faces there. They're being tormented as they're going into battle. Probably ex-soldiers who didn't do the right thing, or prisoners of war, maybe. I'm sure there's a backstory, and some of you will know the lore of all of that stuff. Beautiful. I did enjoy that. Next thing we have is the cargo hold. I have to put another box on the floor because there just is not enough room to show all this. So this is the last box, kids. So this is cargo hold with Sally on the front with her cigar. Goodness me. All right, let's have a look in here. I'm not going to open all these cards up, but we've got 4 more massive packs of cards here. Obviously, 2 will be French. Yes, 2 are French and 2 are English. So again, they look like the other ones we had out of the core box. So it looks like some new team people we're going to see in here, or different sculpts. Just pop over there for a second. We'll have a look at the leaflets. Real Mercy, unlocking O'Reilly. Okay, so we've got O'Reilly. There's another mission there. And look, one of the other reasons I get all the different stuff is that, you know, you obviously get extra missions when you buy more things. So O'Reilly's the guy with the torn open chest there. Have a look at the cardboard bits quickly. Looks like there's a lot of new equipment there. You know, all the tokens have that they do have a nice linen finish on them. They're quite vibrant. They're easy to read. There's nothing untoward about those. Double tap. Just give you a close-up of a few of them. Nice bits and pieces. So these boards all appear to be extra equipment. There's no extra room tiles in here, and there is an English and French version of everything in these boxes. Getting down to the end of it, guys. Right. More cards. This is Experiment 1080A. I like the way they give them just reference numbers like that. So here we have some more baddies. We've got some dog tags here. Sorry, I can't remember what the dog tags are for. Oh, they're just the player turn order, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep. So that's what they look like. They've got 1, 2, 3, 4 on them. So they're nice. Here's our little plastic alarm or air raid siren, that looks like. Heaps small baddies. Some weird critters in this game. But I do like them all. Just get this guy with his big hammer. Again, it's a bit of a limp hammer, unfortunately. That one's even worse. So hopefully they'll bend fairly easily back into shape. What else do we have here? More critters, more mechanicals. This guy looks a bit zombie-side. Toxic City Mall or something. Oh, there's a piece that looks like it goes in there. I don't know if it's missing. I think a little piece might have come out there. So you can see in his little snout, there's a very specific hole. And it could be some tentacles or something. So if someone's got a version of the game, if you could have a look at that piece for me and let me know. It appears something's missing from that dude. I'm sure when I contact the manufacturer, they'll send me a replacement. That's not an issue, but definitely looks like something should be in that hole there. And again, it might be, tentacles like that one or something. So I'd say something's come unstuck in the manufacturing process. And this is the experiment guy, I think. This is what he looks like. That gun. All the gear on the back. Oh, that's another Vril Panzer, isn't it? That's what that is. That's what that is. I've seen that one before. So there you go. Alright, last couple. Some sort of like little mechanical turrety dudes. Oh, look at the flames coming off the front of that thing. Excellent. Really good. So apart from that one little thing that I think is missing, and I'm assuming it is, that's Reichbusters. There's heaps of stuff there. The mat is gorgeous. It's massive. It's obviously big enough to put all the different scenarios on there. Not in one go, of course. But the colour's beautiful. The stitching's beautiful. The quality of everything has been really good. There's no real flashing on any of the miniatures. The tokens pop out well. The dice are gorgeous. They are really nice, translucent, and even the opaque ones, they're pretty. The artwork is fantastic. I'm looking forward to trying out the paints on maybe a couple of the bigger pieces. The doors, the 3D terrain, I love the way that they will open, particularly the big sliding ones. That's a bit novel. I haven't seen that before, I don't think. So that's Reichbusters. I hope you like that. Please like, subscribe, comment. Again, if you know what's missing from this one, let me know, so I can write to Mythic Games and say, hey, where's the bit? Thanks for watching. Talk to you soon. Stay safe. Cheers.